spots on the Saturn US Pro Cycling Tour with the Trustmark Tour LeFleur delivered by the US Postal Service. The event begins with a tough scenic Bud Light criterium through the historic landmark district of downtown Jackson. Day 2 is the epic MCI WorldCom Road Race run over a 7.8-mile circuit. 17 laps over a rolling course make this race 133 miles long, the second longest event in North America. In 1998, Team Mercury dominated the Trustmark Tour LeFleur, winning both events and winning the overall Saturn Teamwork Challenge. This year, Mercury is back in force with their wily Canadian sprinter, Gord Fraser. Leading the Saturn US Pro Cycling Tour is Frank McCormack of the powerhouse Saturn cycling team. The Trustmark Tour LeFleur, delivered by the US Postal Service. Will Saturn overtake their Mercury rivals? Trustmark Tour LeFleur from Jackson, Mississippi, presented by the United States Postal Service. I'm Paul Sherwin, alongside me, Mike McCarthy, a former world cycling champion. In Jackson, they put together a very good formula for a bike race, 2 different kinds of races in 2 days.
That's right, Paul. It's an omnium format, which means that the man with the most points at the end of the weekend wins, and you're awarded points based on your finishes in the 2 stages. The first day, they do a 55-mile race through the center of town. The second day, also through the center of town, a little bit longer course, and it's 133 miles.
A difficult weekend, but all the top teams in America present on the start line. We've got to think about Navigators, we've got to think about Mercury, the defending champions, but surely they must be challenged by Saturn.
Well, Saturn, the past few years, has been the dominant team in American cycling, but this year, Mercury has been tough to beat, and they are defending champions in this bike race.
They certainly are. Everybody wants to win the Trustmark Tour LeFleur, but who's it going to be in 1999? As always, before the start, Team Mercury very relaxed indeed, but they feel that their man today, Gord Fraser, has a great chance of winning, and he had a few words for us before the start.
Oh yeah, we're all highly motivated like we are in almost any race, but you know, doubling up with UCI points and Saturn Pro Tour points and the national points, so there's all kinds of points to win this weekend. So we're very motivated like we are in any race, and hopefully we can continue our success here in Jackson. We won both races last year, and hopefully we can do the same again.
A lot of confidence, but the challenge will certainly come from Team Saturn, and their team manager, Rennie Wenzel, was also confident before the start.
Well, I think our chances are good. We had a good success in the Sea Otter Classic with Frank McCormack winning, and having even numbers due to the UCI regulation makes it an even bet for all the good teams, and I therefore think we have a good shot of succeeding here as well.
Well, while all eyes are on the Saturn and Mercury teams, Paul, a couple of other players. Todd Littlehale's here from the Navigators team, a super fast criterium sprinter. And as we look down the line, Roberto Gaggioli, one of America's top criterium riders, lining up.
And a hot race in store for the riders, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 miles, 55 laps, and 8 corners on this course. And what's important about this event here is it's all down to points. You have to be regular on both days. On the start line, everybody gets away, and I have to tell you, one man you always have to watch out for at the start of these criteriums, Mike, is Roberto Gaggioli.
Well, Roberto loves the whole shot. Somehow, I think Roberto sets his entire tone for the bike race with the race to the first turn. You see, they are out of the blocks quite quickly this morning.
A lot of riders from Team Mercury coming to the front, though. They've obviously got some kind of a plan. The order has gone out to control this criterium. Despite the fact it's going to be 2 hours of racing, they want to keep the full pack together.
Well, Paul, if you notice, going through the first turn, at the head of the field, there was Roy Nickman. He's the leader of this Mercury team. He's really the glue that's held this team together and made these guys so successful this year.
It's amazing, the story of Roy Nickman. Not only did he help the USCF junior team, he's now decided to come back to the sport of professional racing, and he's doing a great job as a team captain.
Absolutely right. He retired from the sport, spent a few years away from racing as a coach, came back, and now he's one of America's top riders. He's captain of the most successful American racing team.
Which is why you can see the organization there. Those 5 jerseys you can see at the front of that long line are all Mercury team. They're all keeping the pace high, trying to keep this pack together. As they come up through the line, you can see the long line of that main field just showing us how fast they're going.
Well, tactically a very savvy move as well. They have the confidence in their man, Gord Fraser, for the final. If they can hold this race together till the end or put Gord in a position to win, it's tough for anyone to beat this guy.
It's always tough to try and keep a race together, especially at 27 miles an hour, and Frank McCormack is certainly likely to challenge. Don't go away. The 1999 Trustmark Tour LeFleur, delivered by the US Postal Service. Brought to you by Trustmark National Bank. One less thing to worry about. By the United States Postal Service. we deliver for you. By Saturn, a different kind of company, a different kind of car. By MCI WorldCom, your one connection to the world. And by Bud Light, make it a Bud Light.